Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. I'm Chris Wallace, one of the organizers of the Women Lighting the Way Summit, which is September 10th, 11th, 12th. And leading up to the summit, each week, one of the speakers, one of the 13 speakers, is going to share about their work, about themselves in the group. And we're going to introduce them with a short interview. So this week we have Isaya Gabriel. And Isaiah, can you tell us a
Hi
little
there.
bit about your work?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. The thing with me is that you're going to have to shorten the thingy because when I start talking about my work, it can be a long one. So, I am a coach, or I am an artist, or I am a priestess, or I am a teacher, or I am the four of them. So, let's detail a little bit that. So, I'm an artist. I'm a mixed media artist. I've been creating for as long as I can remember, and it's been only a few years since I allowed myself to call myself an artist, but now I do, and I teach art, and I teach, and I sell my art, which is even more amazing. I'm a coach. I'm a business and mindset coach. I'm a woo-woo crazy person. So I teach with energy. I teach with most of my coaching is based on the Greek goddesses archetypes because I was born in Greece and I've kind of an obsession with the Greek goddesses. And their archetypes kind of symbolize or encompass different aspects of a women's personality. Oh, I should have specified that. I coach and teach women. Not that I don't like men, but I don't know much about them. It so happens I'm equipped for the woman thing. I am a teacher,
Yes.
so I'm a goddess teacher. I teach about the goddesses, but mostly about how you, me, and all women around, and even men, why not, can embody the goddess energy, the goddess's energy. I have 8 goddesses I work with, 8 Greek goddesses. They form what I call my little pantheon, and they visit your energetic and physical body from the feet up. And they connect you to, well, whatever, everything, and
Yes.
remind you that you are everything, that I am everything.
Nice.
And I am a traveling priestess when I'm allowed, which is not a lot these days.
Yes.
So I organize and facilitate retreats in sacred places, in Greece, obviously. You can go and visit the temples, but also in Ireland or in the UK, even in France, we visit the ley lines, sacred wells, sacred springs, churches, and any place that the energy is powerful, and the feminine energy is powerful. So I run retreats and then we go and visit, and even when it's allowed to do some ritual things in there. I'm a
Nice.
witch, obviously, and I live in France,
Yes.
uh, in the southwest of France, in the absolute middle of nowhere, and I have 2 big boys, like adult grown up thingies now, and I have a husband, and I am so happy to be in the summit, and
Yes.
I okay, let's do this. I am the other
Oh, yes.
co-organizer, so
Yes.
I'm really happy to be here, and thank you, Chris, for having me this week. And I hope to share a little bit more about what I do in the group this week. But
Great.
thanks for this introductory interview.
So, Isaiah and I are part of a group of women in the same business group. I'm in the United States. Isaiah, as she said, is in France. Let me start with a very important question. Do you like black licorice?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
I grew up
wow.
I grew up in a town. I moved a lot when I in my childhood. My parents were hippies, so we kept moving. But at
Yes.
some point, we lived in a town called Uzès, which is in France, and this town has the
Oh,
main licorice factory of the whole France, the biggest. It's a little
wow.
town in the southeast of France, but it has the biggest licorice factory. And so it smelled like licorice. I mean, like the town altogether smelled like licorice. So,
I thought you were going to go the Greek way. Isn't there a Greek, like liqueur that's the black licorice flavor?
is it? Well, I wouldn't know that. I'm not a very big alcohol
Oh.
drinker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, Anise, there's a Greek. the one I know, which is called ouzo, is not with
Yes.
licorice. No, ouzo is not with
Oh.
licorice. Ouzo is
Oh.
with star anise. Do you say that?
Oh, okay. But they're similar,
Um,
right?
yeah, they
Okay.
are kind of
Okay.
similar. So I could have gone this way, but I like the seed with which they do the beverage, but I don't like the beverage because
Oh,
it's
okay.
very high in alcohol, and I'm not
Yes.
that big of an alcohol drinker.
It must just be a very exotic thing for Americans, maybe.
Is
Um,
it?
I think so. I think so. Yeah. Um, okay.
In France, we have an actual beverage that is not with alcohol. That is made out of real licorice. That is really,
Really?
really. When you drink it like that, it's like it goes in your mouth. It's
Oh, I bet.
really strong, which I don't like.
Okay.
But you're supposed to add water, and it's kind of a syrup, but not sugary. And yeah, it's a very, very old tradition in the southeast of France.
That's interesting. Something I
I
never
know.
would have known. Isn't that funny how that question came to me? Um, okay. How about this? Now, this I'm personally wondering about. Have you ever driven a motorcycle?
Yes. Yes, I have, but with the freaking fear of my life. I am not a motorcycle driver, but when you visit Greece,
Mhm.
mostly when you go on the islands in Greece, and there are more than 3,500 islands. So when you go and visit the islands, some of them are really tiny, and it's not really worth traveling with a car. But as soon as you arrive in the port of any island in Greece, there is a motorcycle rent-a-bike thingy.
Okay.
So, and they rent things that they call motorcycles. I call, I don't know, it's like slowish
Yeah.
thingies. So when I was younger, and I had no children, basically, we kind of traveled a lot with my husband in the Greek islands, and we used to rent motorbikes. But
Cool.
yeah, rather, the cheap, slow kind that when it's going up, you almost push it. You walk by it, and at some point. Yeah. So the first times my husband drove, and I was sitting at the back like a proper lady. But then I thought, I want to do this, and so I did. But I'm not a fan. I must say, I'm not a fan.
Uh, I knew that. I just knew that. I knew that was going to be a yes. Um, so, what is the title of your talk? What is it that you're a little
Oh,
bit about what you're going to be talking about?
so my talk is about how I went in some curious fashion from feeling like a girl and not enough girl to feeling today like a too much woman. So basically, it's like how do you grow up when you're 50 years old, and yeah, how what are the things that led me to let go of the feeling of not enoughness, and to let go of the idea that I was a girl, i.e., a daughter, i.e., somebody who was an object and not a subject of her life. That was, for a long, long time, I used to be okay with other people telling me what I should be doing.
Hmm.
And now I'm not. So yeah, it's going to be
Great.
around these themes. To be perfectly honest, it is not recorded yet, the talk, so it might turn out to be something different, or other things might come up. But one of the things I'm sure is that it's going to include how I quit smoking
Oh, okay.
after 35 years of smoking.
Okay. Great. That I'm sure will be helpful to a lot of women. So, thank you for this short introduction.
A pleasure.
And Isaiah will be in the group all week. Please feel free to ask questions and invite friends to the group. And remember, the summit is free to watch September 10th, 11th, and 12th. There is a small $39 fee if you would like the replays for life. So, thank you. See you around in the group,
My
Isaiah.
pleasure. See you around.